Today I wanted to give a talk on how to manage excessive thinking and mind chatter and mind noise. Now, we all excessively think. We have a lot of things going on inside the mind, and I wanted to offer 3 tools to help you mitigate excessive mind chatter and bring a little peace and calm and space to your mind. I've found that the biggest triggers for excessive mind chatter are overwhelm, uncertainty, and lack of control. So those are things that are present in today's modern society, right? And the main things are uncertainty and lack of control. So I wanted to offer these 3 tips. And the 3 tips are, the first tip is mind distancing or self-distancing. And just imagining yourself as a fly on the wall and giving yourself advice. And I do this by using the second person pronoun. I'll use my name. I'll use Ken. Hey, Ken, what's the problem here? Why are you so overwhelmed? Or how are you going to manage this? Or what decision are you going to make? And when you self-distance, you zoom out and you put yourself into a different perspective. It's really easy to give other people advice, but it's harder to give yourself advice. So you imagine yourself as the fly on the wall, giving yourself the objectivity to be able to view yourself from a distance. And I found that really softens and mitigates the overwhelm and the overthinking. So, hey, the next time you come into some problem or some ideas that are overwhelming, just go to the second person pronoun and say, hey, Ken, what's up here? What's going on? And that way you'll get a little bit more distance from the issue. The second tip is future feeling check-in. Future feeling check-in is a really great way of also distancing to some extent toward the future. This is a really important tool because you can say to yourself, how will I feel in a week from now, a month from now? How will I feel in a year from now? And that really changes your perspective, doesn't it? A good example for me is like sometimes, I might say something in a talk or in a speech and I'll beat myself up for it. I'll be lying in bed and I'll go, how could I have said that? Oh my gosh. And so when I think of those things that really kind of bother me, I future distance myself. I'll say, how will I feel about that in a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? And you know what? It softens it. It makes it less hurtful, less bothersome to the emotional body. So that's tip number 2, future feeling check-in. It's a good one. And the third tip, it's comprised of 3 components. The first component is, can I accept it? The second component is, can I reframe it? The third component to it is, can I go deeper into it? So the first component of this third tip, can I accept it? And I found one of the most brilliant questions to ask myself, and you can ask yourself this too when you're noticing a thought that lands or a bunch of thoughts that land in the mind, is this thought useful? Are these thoughts useful? You're walking down the street and you can't really control your thoughts, but you can engage with them in a different way, in a more healthy way. You're walking down the street and some thought pops into your head. It might be inappropriate. And you ask yourself, is this thought useful? And that's a great thought, really. Is this thought useful? And if it is, that's okay. You can revisit it a little bit. Or if it isn't, you can just accept it and move on and realize that it's a temporary visitor in your mind space. And you can just let it go. So is this thought useful? That's a really good thought to think sometimes. And the second component is, can I reframe it or recontextualize it? So you might be worried about the future or uncertainty. And you can say to yourself, in the past, I've worried about the future and uncertainty in the past, and I've dealt with it just fine. And you give yourself the salve, the soothing, to realize that, okay, you can operate in a healthy way with a thought like, is it uncertain? Or is it a future thought that might be scary or fearful? You might be fearful about it. So recontextualize, reframe it. I do that when I'm doing talks as well, when I give a speech and I said something inappropriate or wrong, or I might made myself embarrassed by what I had said. And I can reframe it and recontextualize it and say, hey, I gave many talks in the past where I was like amazing, I was charismatic, I was awesome. So you can reframe that thought. And the third component of this third tip is, do I need to go deeper into it? So you might think a thought, you might go, maybe I need to explore this thought further and look deeper into it and realize, what are the ramifications of that thought? Do I need to understand something deeper about the thought that I just had? So you can ask yourself, is this thought useful? And you can accept it or not. You can reframe it or can recontextualize it, or do I need to go deeper into it? So those are my 3 tips to help us mitigate and manage our excessive thinking, our excessive noise in the mind, and give us a little bit more peace in our minds. And of course, the best thing we can do in order to manage and mitigate excessive thinking or chatter in the mind is to learn to meditate and to be more mindful of what's in the mind. If you've enjoyed this talk, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for updates on mindfulness, meditation, and personal growth. Thanks.